One bitter truth about our Muslim brothers and sisters from the northern part of the country in Nigeria that everybody is shying away to discuss is what you are going to watch in our next video, because it's high time we begin to see the truth the way it should be. Muslims are everywhere in the world, most especially Saudi Arabia, Qatar, even in the UK. If you have traveled far and wide, you have traveled around the world, you will understand that the mentality of our Muslim brothers and sisters in the north is quite different from every other Muslims all over the world. Now, hear the bitter truth. Before you jump into conclusion, don't assume. Try as much as possible, bit by bit, hear him, and let someone translate for you if you do not understand English properly.
In this video, I'm going to talk about Islam in Nigeria. And my purpose is not to make mockery of the religion or try to affirm negativity to the religion, but I just want to drag us to how it is being practiced in Nigeria. Now, there's a video I've been searching. I can't know where I found that, whether it was in my WhatsApp message or I don't know, but I've been trying to look for it. I can't see, but I'll give you an imaginary description of what happened in that video. A young boy was riding his bicycle, and he rode the bicycle towards another community where some young boys of his age knew he was a Christian, and they accosted him. They wanted to ride his bicycle, but he refused, and they were like speaking Hausa, and they were like, this guy has one guy be Muslim, that's an infidel, an unbeliever. And they were like, the other younger one was videoing the whole incident, and young boys already, indoctrinated with the idea that somebody who is not a Muslim is less than nothing. And trust me, this is not only associated with kids. Grown-up adults still feel this way, that if you are not a Muslim, you are less than a human being. Now, some commentaries here may deny it, but you know that's the truth. Now, let me also tell you a story that happened to me. This is a real story. Now, if you've been to Abuja, if you've been to AYA, sometime in 2000, 2001, AYA, on your way from Masaka, if you are heading towards the town, on your right side, if you are facing the town from Masaka, if you are facing the town, on your right side, this side, the southern part of the northern part of the side used to be a fire side, and the other side used to be a mechanic workshop, but now it's no longer there again. So in those days when we were hustling, going to hustle just to see what we can do, I just entered Abuja without an address. So I saw a secondary school, my fellow university guys who were also there. All we needed was just shelter. Now, when you go there, you first sleep in any of the cars they bring for repairs. You sleep inside the car until maybe some of the guys sleeping in the room, because there's a big parlor where you put mats, you sleep. When they break, if it's pure water, you used to wash your body, you just go. Then you go inside Abuja and start hustling. So it's a first come, first serve basis. At the point when you finish from the car, you move into the room. Now that's where you get shelter, no mosquito and all of that. So one day I graduated to the point that I got into the room. Now I was foolish enough to think that there was no religious bias, there was no tribal bias. I thought we were all family until a quarrel ensued. And before you know it, what caused the quarrel has nothing to do with religion. But one of the guys in the room said something, and I can't forget that in my memory. 20-something years after, it's still in my head. And he said that, well, like, duk lokacin da muna kwana tare ni ai ni na kijinin arna. Wallahi inda yanzu da akwai yanda zan sa wani chemical duk wani arna ya numfashi sai mutu. That means, let me repeat what I've said. He said that all the while we've been staying together, he has hated unbelievers. That if he had had the powers to infect the air we breathe so that non-Muslims will inhale it and die, he would have done that. Now, and I replied him, I said, if I have that chemical, we translate it so that when I inject the air, all Muslims will turn to Christians. He got angry with my own comment. His own comment was that all those who inhale it should buy. Then me, I said they should convert. He got angry and a strong. Then the owner of the one managing the house said, okay, all Christians should leave the house. And that's how we left. And because I couldn't get a place to stay, no more cars to stay, no more, I had to come back to Jos. It's a long story anyway, but it really did happen. Now, last I checked, you said Islam is a religion of peace. Now, I don't know what peace means when you refer to it as peace, but peace means tranquility. Peace means coexistence. Peace means respecting each other's right. Peace means, cohabiting without bias. Peace means a lot of things, and all the definition of peace, affirms positivity. So when people begin to show a high level of discrimination because you are not part of the religion, is that peace? When people begin to accommodate a lot of hate towards people that are not of your religion, is that peace? When people have natural propensity to unalive other people and even come to the screen and hold a box of match and say that, yes, I am the one who burnt that person to unalive, is that peace? When people justify the unaliving of somebody else because you affirmed he blasphemed against your prophets, now is that peace? Please redefine what peace means to me. Last thing I check, Christianity is not all that perfect. I have never come to my page and say, Christianity is the best, blah, blah, blah. They have their own headache with this, their prosperity gospel, and this, their brainwashing of people. They have their, but today we are talking about Muslims. Why do you justify what is wrong in the cover of your religion? I don't do that. If you are bad, whether you are a Christian or Muslim, I will point to the fact that you are bad. But the type of Islam you practice in Nigeria is such that it enables you to defend what is wrong. And that to me is not good. I do not think any religion aims to change people into negative beings. I had thought that the primary responsibility of any religion is to instill an attitude of morality such that the true peace that you claim the religion is becomes accessible. Now, anytime you claim to be a Muslim and you see other people and you hate them because they are not part of you, or you are making a choice and you can't choose that person even though he's better than one who practices the same religion with you, that is not peace. Or you go to sell something and you begin to poison what you are selling because you want people that are not of your faith to eat it and contract certain untold diseases. Now that's not peace. Now I know what's happening here. When you begin to block roads because you are praying so that people should wait for the length of time you are going to pray in those roads you block, now that's not peace. Now I say these things not to stir up quarrel, not to stir up intimidation, or not to stir up adversaries. But I say these things because perhaps we can find a common ground to coexist. Now let me tell you something. You cannot annihilate the population of Christianity in Nigeria. That's not possible. Neither can the population of Muslims be annihilated in Nigeria. Somewhere at the center, we must find a way to cohabit in peace. Now, if you may have a different definition of peace, but peace, as I know, has all positive underpinnings, and we must lean towards it. You must stop the bias and you must stop the hate. And I say this because I mean it. My name is m0sl. Please follow this page and share this post now.
Be you Christian, Muslim, whatever religion you belong, when we begin to reason like this, do things like this, live that peace that we all seek for, we will get it. But by the time I'm now looking at my own religion, more superior than yours, I don't want to hear from yours. You don't want to hear from mine. There's this lacuna that will always exist between us that will make me not to trust in you, neither you trusting in me. just as transparent as it is now. Have it at the back of your mind. You are going to have some morons from the northern part of the country. For you mentioning that name, Muslim alone, whether what you are saying is right or wrong, they don't want to hear. All they want to hear is that if you don't belong to me, then you are infidel. And this happens to be one of the reasons why security challenges is on the high side in Nigeria. Because if we believe in peace, we trust in God Almighty, we do things peacefully, that love exists within us. If I love you, I won't hurt you. I see no reason why police, Nigerians, all security agencies will be sleeping with one eye closed while the other one is open, because they don't know what will become of their faith and their lives tomorrow. I just want everybody to reason this properly, because this is a right topic that everybody need to study very well for us to live peacefully. Kudos to you, sir. Please share and follow the page. Like I rightly said, before you dabble into condemning this message, if you do not understand English properly, look for somebody that will interpret it to you words by word. Don't assume. Don't look at the person. Take a look at the importance of the message so far preached by him. These are some of the sermons you might not even see in some churches or even mosques. But when we see a true message that will change our lives for good, in order for us to respect one another, we will always try to lend our voice and spread it. Once again, share, follow the page, and drop your comment on the comment section what you think about it. Thank you.